Now, L'Équipe report that Kylian Mbappe and Paris Saint-Germain could go to court. Gab, what's this all about?
So this is a story which to me makes no sense. Julian explained it to me. I don't know. I don't, my feelings.
He's Julian now, is he?
What?
He's Julian now, is he?
Julien. Jules. Look, my thoughts on lawyers and courts and so on. I think this to me seems stupid. It seems really stupid. I don't see how they have a leg to stand on. But apparently now, if you remember, last summer, Mbappe said, or maybe it was just after the summer, Mbappe said, oh, by the way, that 3-year deal I signed? It wasn't really a 3-year deal. It was 2 years plus an option for a third year. Yeah, I'm not going to take up that option for the third deal, for the third season. That was then got the period from the club. Nasser Al-Khelaifi got upset. If you remember, Mbappe disappeared from the team. Looked like he was going to be training with on his own for a while. And then apparently they reached out a deal where Mbappe could come back, but supposedly he agreed to forego the 80 million euro bonus that was due to him in December and another 80 million euro bonus that's due to him in the summer. According to L'Équipe, what's happened is Mbappe now wants that money. And so what the club have done is not only are they not going to give him that money, they've frozen those payments. They also froze the wages that were due to him in August, which is about 6 million euros because Mbappe makes about 72 million euros a year, which is just an enormous number.
He's not going to be short money, is he?
So in the end, there's 166 million euros at stake here, and the lawyers are arguing over it. I mean,
if they argue it for long enough, they'll get the money, won't they, the lawyers?
Yeah, I think the lawyers will end up with the bulk of it. I mean, look, normally I would say whatever, but this comes from L'Équipe. L'Équipe is a credible source. You would assume that they've been briefed by both sides, and you would assume that certainly the story is accurate. I find it absolutely extraordinary. I found it extraordinary when Paris Saint-Germain said, you're not going to take the extra year option? Fine. Well, then you don't get to train with the first team. I mean, surely that's illegal under labor law.
Yeah.
I find it ridiculous that they would have even agreed a deal where they're going to pay him 160 million in loyalty bonuses because those numbers are just so out of whack with reality. Yeah. I find it weird that he makes 72 million a year. That's a lot of money. Everything about this is bizarro world, and I still don't understand it. So I suspect there's something I don't know.
So that's the news. Something you don't know.
Something I definitely don't know. I will ask Jules.
Yeah. Okay.
Robbo, traditionally, because this country loves its stereotypes, the north of England is the cradle of English football, where it all began, where most clubs have won most titles, where all the giants are, and yet. 5 seasons. Next season, there will only be 5 teams from up north in the Premier League. I can name them for you: Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Everton for now, and Newcastle.
Not small clubs.
Not small clubs, but it's 5 out of 20. That kind of northern middle class of the Burnleys and the Blackburns and the Sunderlands and the Leedses and the Sheffields, both United and Wednesday, the whole cities. I don't know. It seems like a whole part of the country compared to where they were are missing out.
Does it suggest that there's more money? Well, there is more money in the South in general terms. Does it mean more people are invested in the clubs in the South?
I'm asking you, does it feel different? Let me ask you this. When you played or coached and you're like, oh, look, we're playing Burnley as opposed to we're playing Gillingham. Did it feel different? Is it just a travel time, and in the end, once you cross the pitch, there's not that much of a difference between the
There was
fans
no difference whatsoever.
Okay, so this is all kind of not.
It's
just a weird geographical freak of nature. And next season, when Leeds come up, when Burnley come back up, when Sheffield United, probably not. It's not going to be a thing anymore.
It probably means something to do with the budget. That's what it usually means.
Exactly.
Now, Greenland is reportedly applying to join CONCACAF. Gab, what do you make of this?
So, okay. I think it's odd because, so first of all, if you've never been to Greenland, people do live in Greenland. Mm-hmm. Secondly, Greenland, not a country. Greenland, part of Denmark.
Is that one of the only countries that you haven't got part, you haven't been born somewhere there? I've got a grandparent.
Yeah, I haven't been born in multiple countries. No. And obviously it's cold, but they're trying to develop more of a football club. They do have some pitches. And I think geographically, they're closer to North America and therefore CONCACAF than they are to UEFA. I mean, they're basically kind of off the coast of Canada. I think there's other political reasons. And so the thinking is they're going to file an application, or they have filed an application to join CONCACAF.
Will they get it?
Well, here's the fun part. You know, like Gibraltar, for example.
Yes.
Gibraltar are a UEFA nation, but they're not members of FIFA, right? And I think Greenland would fall in the same bucket. You don't get to be a member of FIFA. You don't have to be a member of FIFA to be a member of a confederation. In fact, there's a whole bunch like Bonaire and places like that in CONCACAF that are not part of that are not FIFA members. Good for them. If they're just doing this for publicity. I also wonder about, this costs a lot of money to play football in a place with permafrost, right? Although with climate change, maybe that's changing. I don't know. Is this good use of the money? I'm not from Greenland. Not for me to say. But their national stadium is in a town called Nuuk, N-U-U-K, and seats about 2,000. Oh. Maybe we should do the show from there one day. I'm sure Jules would love to go.
I don't think he likes the cold, does he?
Yeah,
Jules?
no, actually, Jules does not. Most of it not like the cold.